Didn't expect to see a new face here. Hasn't she given up already?
She?
Asteria.
You know her. Are you a blader too?
I don't look like one, huh? Or is this your first encounter with another blader? Right, you were only born recently after all. Well, let's do the introductions then. I'm Hilaire. And you?
Arissa.
So you're here looking for branches?
Yes.
It's been over a century since the first blader was created, and that stupid tree still hasn't grown.
Tree?
Wow, you really don't know about the tree? She didn't tell you a thing, huh? Look, you've been running around restoring branches, all to help the tree grow and become complete. The branches are just a way to gather nutrients for the tree.
The tree.
It's pretty ridiculous, don't you think? You have no clue about the tree or how many more branches you need to restore. You're just blindly wandering around for some weird task imposed on you. What if the tree doesn't even exist? What if it's been a scam from the start?
A scam? But why?
Because Seed, the organization behind Asteria, wants us to fulfill their purpose.
What purpose?
Well, that's something we're not supposed to know. If you want to keep searching for branches, go ahead. But since they don't even care about us, why don't we do something more interesting? Like this, for example.
A spell fragment.
This is one of the few exciting things you can find in this city. Thanks to them, my life hasn't been too dull.
Exciting things?
If it weren't for spells, who would have thought that contaminants like mud could hold such immense energy? So immense that it changes everything. Once you have grasped the origin and rules of these spells, you will gain unfathomable power. And that's just scratching the surface.
Unfathomable power.
Interested? Huh? Aside from getting spells from the church, you can find them from those Necros. Those spells grant them extraordinary abilities and even shape their entities. When their bodies break down, they sometimes leave intact spell fragments or nuclei. Help me collect those things, and I'll teach you the deciphered spells. What do you say?
I see.
Cheer up. You'll find it fun soon enough. Don't forget about it. What do you want to learn? Don't forget about our deal.
Hey. You. We met at Kyan's place, right? Impressive. You made it through.
Your leg.
Well, I was caught off guard while fighting those Necros.
Do you need any help?
Don't worry. Losing an arm or leg is common for hunters. Besides, I was planning on getting an augmented leg anyway. Ah, crap. Do you have any mud balls on you? Much better now. Thank you, mate. Seriously, this stuff tastes like hell. I'm Vikas, a hunter from the Hunters Guild. What's your name?
Arissa.
All right, all noted. The trophies on my side? Well, feel free to take them all.
What about you?
Don't worry about me. My peers will take me back to the guild. What happened? Lost your way? You'll need to turn back if you want to get to the city center.
Where does this path lead?
Withered Forest, where the Hunters Guild is located. Not where you're headed.
Hunters Guild. What do you hunt?
Well, I know it's hard to believe, but we hunt Necros. Though, with our casualties, it feels more like the Hunted Guild. Every time we take down a Necro, we lose 6 or 7 hunters. Most of us end up getting killed for nothing. Our only advantage is in the numbers. But anyway, it's a boring place. All right. I should save my breath. You better get going. All right.
Harissa? Didn't expect to run into you here.
Hello, Castina.
Look here. The same tracks as before. I've already located a dozen of them. As I suspected, the Undernet has spread throughout the entire city.
Undernet?
Well, that's what I call these caverns. They're like a constantly shifting network that connects every corner of Havenswell. These tunnels open and close randomly, making it impossible for anyone to track the Necros' movements.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy that the Necros are hiding beneath the entire city and constantly changing their cavern network. However, it's the most plausible explanation for their behavior so far. If we can find an open cavern, we can enter the Undernet and gather information. But an open cave would mean a huge swarm of Necros coming out. That'll definitely be a brutal battle. Even so, it's worth a shot.
Worth a shot?
The Necros have been wreaking havoc, posing a grave threat to both humans and our kind. Unless we find a way to wipe out those Necros, Havenswell will always be in danger. But of course, it's just a fancy excuse. I'm doing this to satisfy my curiosity.
Curiosity?
Exactly. Curiosity is what keeps us Bladers going. We don't age or die. How are we supposed to spend eternity if we lose interest in everything?
Branches.
Restoring branches is important, of course. But one day, you'll get bored of the same old tasks. It's more exciting to chase after your own target. Don't you think? Well, you'll find your own target someday. Well, you'll find your own target someday. Well,